The stream is live.
We're streaming.
Yeah, baby. It's
Hello.
the morning thing.
It's the morning
In the evening at
thing.
night.
Actually, that's what we called our morning show on the radio station I worked at. It was the morning thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Funny.
You were into
I was like, why
things
does
before
that
you
sound
knew.
familiar when I said it?
Oh, yes, that's my radio show.
It was Pat and Ray with the morning thing. Tom on sports, Kurt on news.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, hold on. I got to find some supporting evidence for this thing. Anyway, yes, I found when I was in Atlanta, I had just enough time before the programming started to get a manicure, thank goodness, because I was at the end of a kind of a janky dip, if I'm being honest. And went to this manicure shop, got like the best manicure of my life, and then spent the rest of the time, like every woman that I met who was from Atlanta, who was at the conference, I was like, do you know about Nail Muse? Because they're 1.5 blocks from here and you need to go there immediately. But also, I was about to make some bonus content out of it, which, because, you know, we've talked a lot about nail culture and nail art and this and that has been a thing, but and I can't remember if we put our stamp on the fact that now the minimalist nail is 100% the look.
Oh, no, I don't know if we have. That's a good, good question.
Now you know. The
the
minimalist
more you
nail
know.
is back.
Is that just like, in terms of...
Rich, your
a lack
volume
of-
is considerably below ours.
It
I didn't
is.
notice it till
It
just
is
now.
low.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Molly,
Now
are
we-
you on the right mic? Since we're just pointing out
He's
Also,
like, as long as
tossing
I'm...
with audio.
You suck. No, I'm just...
I was going to bring it up before the start of the show proper, but since I'm
And in
futzing-
fact, you were correct. I was not.
do I sound too peaky? That's my only concern. Am I too peaky now?
no,
Okay.
I
That's all
don't think
care
so.
No?
Maybe I'm Peaky Blinder.
What was that?
Is that a television program?
No. No, Rich, it's not. That is just what I call it when I can't hear Peaky.
Oh, that
I don't
it's
know what
cute.
you mean
It's
by
adorable.
is it a television? Why would you think that's a television?
I'd assume everything
I
is.
know what
right.
I know the way to do this. Let me
That's
check
not a
our...
television show.
By the way, speaking of audio things, I was on a team Zoom call today, and then like out of the blue, someone's like, "You know, your audio's been doubled on Zoom for like a month," and I was like,
No one told
No,
me.
no.
No one told you?
How would I know that?
"But and it was only
here it
Zoom.
is.
We only use that for team calls, so it never mattered."
Oh,
But
by the way, Technomensch missed it when you showed the nails and would like to see the nails again.
Oh, okay.
When you get
one.
a chance. Yeah.
Yes, hold on. I'm texting myself, and apologies, both of you as well. Some more supporting material for my thing.
for your Metasploit,
And the New York Times is on it.
And the New York Times is on it. Look at this manicure.
Gorgeous.
Freaking gorgeous. It is like 10 little pieces of art. Each one of
Those
them was
aren't
like a
real.
sculpture.
Yeah.
There are tips, and then even you know that you are dealing with a manicure master when he gets a little like roly carvy thing and carved out the inside of the inner part of the top of the tip so that it wouldn't be so thick, so that
like
they
a
actually
nail
look
Dremel.
like a nail Dremel. Exactly. When he did that, I was like, "Oh, you're a master technician."
what
And he
you're
was
doing.
like, "Yeah."
As
So
a
he and
matter
his
of fact,
sister. So if
yes.
you happen to live anywhere near Buckhead in Atlanta, he and his sister opened the shop like a year ago, and they are
Nice.
fantastic. This is like the prettiest manicure I've ever had.
was it so
freaking love
good
it.
though that
think
now
she's too
when
far
you
away,
don't
but I'm
get
gonna
the
tell
nail
Nico about
Dremel, if you don't get the nail Dremel now, you'd be like amateur.
Nail
I'm out.
Muse, you said.
One
Nail
star.
Muse.
All right.
Exactly. And he invented a technique for removing like gel and dip, because most nail shops, they do this wrap situation. It's like a whole bunch of tin foil, and then they soak a cotton ball in
Yeah.
acetone. They wrap it around. And you have to sit there forever, and it just like ugh. And he did this like double boiler bowl thing. So a bowl with a bowl inside.
Yeah.
With a bunch
Bowl.
of paper towels inside, and then poured hot water into the outer bowl and acetone into the inside bowl. And so you soak your fingers like this and you like wiggle them around on the paper towels. And I was like, this is bizarre and ridiculous and makes no sense. And after like 5 or 6 minutes, like all the dip was gone. And I was like, and
tremendous.
of course, being me, I was like, hey, what is that? Where did that come from? Like, I've never
did you
seen that
file a
before. And he's like, girl, I haven't been using the wrap to remove nails for like 10 years. I'm like, did
wow.
you invent this? And he was like, yes. The hot water plus the acetone. And I was like, I'm not
Saray
trying that
says
at
he
my house.
didn't invent that. That Saray
He
knew
probably
about
did.
that.
That's awesome.
But I respect the hustle.
This is why I am curious but a bad reporter, because I'm a credulous ninny. Like, I'm just like,
You're delivering the nails. You can tell me whatever you want.
I know, I believed every
Yeah.
word of it.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe he did invent it.
I don't know.
Everyone else that does it got it from him.
Don't
You
know.
just don't know.
Don't ruin the dream,
Why-
Saray.
I feel like I'm in it's a thing, but I don't see Saray. I only see like conversations about Wordle.
Are you
Am I
in
in
the
the wrong-
comments section of StreamYard?
Oh.
That's where I was seeing.
Oh, there it is. I see.
There you go. There you go.
Got it. Oh, hi. Okay, there we go. He's
Yes.
vapor. Anyway. No, it's for ATW. I appreciate that. And I also don't care because he was awesome. It was so awesome.
So I have a question about next week's possible showtime.
Yes.
This is going to sound like I'm a crazy person. Would 8 a.m. work, or is 8:30?
8 a.m. should work. That was Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday the
Let me
23rd.
Get back to today.
The only reason I
Tuesday the
ask,
23rd.
like a crazy man asking to go even earlier, is because I do TMS at 9, which is preemptible. But if I don't have to preempt it, that's even better.
8 a.m. definitely works. There may be a kid scooting out of here at like 8:06.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
yeah,
That works
we
for
can
me.
do it.
Cool.
Yeah, it works for you.
Just letting you know.
Oh, Mr. 11 a.m. A little too early for me.
Yeah, must be nice.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Because I have to be
Cool.
here for a 9:30 meeting anyway, and then I'll go to this
And
event.
then you go. Awesome. That works. Everybody wins. And I have to
Fabulous.
get up really early the next day anyway, so that kind of helps me.
It does get tired. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Good job, team.
Good job, team.
Well, we have 2 episodes to do, so I guess we should probably
Get after it.
We do. And
So-
I have a Pinocchio ending within a certain timetable. And then there will be kids in here. So
Gotcha.
I mean, I was on the phone earlier and I stood up at 3:56 and the dogs were like, hot damn, it's time for DINNER. So they're just already mad.
By the way,
Probably know
CBD
that.
definitely helping
Ooh,
Yeah?
Okay.
with Seven the dog. Not fixing the problem by any stretch. It's amazing.
That
It's
dog.
amazing what that dog's energy can push through, but definitely helping. Definitely
good.
extends the sleep time. That's what
That's
is what.
something.
Yeah, extends the nap time. So.
Yeah, he might be in the ketamine. He's a literal horse tranquilizer kind of dog. Like what they used to use
Well,
that
when
for.
we asked the vet, I don't know if I already told you this. We asked the vet, like, okay, so he's on the Maxtraz, he's on the gabapentin. Is there anything else? She's like, I mean, we could put him, under for 3 days. That's the only other thing that's safe to give him is something that would just knock him out
All
for
the way.
days.
Wow.
And we're at the time we're like, oh no, we don't want to do that. Last night, Eileen and I are like, I don't know. I mean,
Like,
is
what
it
do you gotta do though? Is that such a problem? Like,
are we
no.
horrible? So yeah.
Amazing.
All right, then do we want to clap it up?
Yep.
Are we doing bonus first?
Oh,
We're doing-
we're doing 339 first. or
339.
Okay.
Regular show first. Okay.
Regular show
then-
first.
Got it.
The other show.
Okay, super.
Let's clap it up then in 3, 2, 1.
And music. 3, 2.
Give it to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you where the sun don't shine on the same dog's back all the time. Thanks for joining us.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Ah,
That's what I'm talking about.
aphorisms.
Well done,
Yes.
Rich Stoffolino.
He heard us. He heard our feedback from last week about the ancient Latin. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, aphorisms from Goethe. Might have been a little much.
Goethe.
Goethe.
This aphorism is from another great philosophical thinker, Catfish Hunter.
Catfish hunter. Sun don't shine on the same dog's back all the time. That's outstanding.
I can picture Catfish Hunter because I had his baseball card in 1977. And
That's good.
that's how I think of Catfish Hunter.
I've never heard that phrase before, but I'm going to start using it. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Sun don't shine on the same dog's back all the time. But it does, doesn't it? No, think about it too hard, Tom. Okay. Yes, welcome to the show. Hi. I don't know if you know this, but
amazing.
we're midway through Locktober.
I don't. What was I supposed to have done? Crap! Did I screw it up again? I'm not growing a mustache either in November.
You have two choices for Locktober. There was
Okay.
the Locktober that everyone was talking about last year and has possibly existed since 2018. Then there's a new Locktober that arose this year and is causing much hilarity amongst the people who were participating with the original Locktober, because
Okay.
the original Locktober was from the BDSM community, and it's a challenge to wear your chastity belt all month.
Oh goodness.
So imagine their
Okay.
amusement when some fitness bros decided to lock in October and said, we're calling it Locktober. Do your gym reps, eat your protein.
That is amazing.
And much hilarity ensued on TikTok and the rest of the internet.
So much hilarity because the kind of cognitive crossover of the gym bros with the chastity belts is really pretty outstanding,
delightful,
actually. That
honestly.
is delightful.
So whichever
wow.
Locktober you're celebrating, perhaps both. They're not
But maybe
mutually
both.
exclusive. Yeah.
Maybe. It could probably help you lock in at the gym if you stop doing all that other business.
Maybe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just focus, right?
Focus.
That's what one of the Locktobers is all about, and what the other one forces you.
Would probably have some excess energy that you needed to work off.
Perhaps,
If you were
yeah.
doing, the first version, then the second version might help with that. Wow, that is hilarious. Also, I did not know that there was a whole meme when you got to lock in the manosphere. But
Yeah, the locking in is something here. Like lock into your goals,
so what's
Locktober.
incredible is that Locktober is a thing, Locktober is a thing, and then the hilarity related to the Locktober collision is a thing.
Is a
Like you
thing,
have a
right?
3-layer cake here. This is a Locktober. This is a thing trifle.
It's a hat trick.
It's a hat trick. You made a thing hat trick.
I termed it a Locktober surprise as well.
Nice. That's
in our notes. Yeah.
excellent. Oh, that's so good. Why would you do the first thing? I don't know. It's not my community. It's great.
It's
great.
well,
Good for
exactly,
you.
right? Like
my thing.
that's fine. Like people like, is it any weirder
fine.
than other months? Yeah.
Yep, yep.
They're all about a challenge.
Man, the Locktober hat trick is outstanding.
A thing trick. Thank you, Dr.
Thing trick. This is a bit of a thing trick in that I'm bringing it back.
I'm sorry. Saray said it's Locktoberfest up in here.
Oh, bravo. Locktoberfest.
Yes. Happy
hysterical.
Locktoberfest, everyone.
Happy Locktoberfest. We do a lot of episodes of this show.
We
and have
do.
been doing it for like so many years. In fact, I saw Tom just the other day posting about how like this show is we've done now for more cumulative years than Buzz Out Loud even.
Yeah.
So I will be forgiven for boomeranging this thing, halloumi, the cheese,
The cheese.
just to see. I just was like, turns out in 2021, halloumi started
Post-COVID even.
post-COVID. I must have gone out in the world and been like, oh, everybody's getting halloumi. But dude, I'm doing it again. I think this may be unprecedented. I don't know that I've ever done just like, I'm straight up just bringing it again as a thing. Maybe it died down and came back. I don't really know. But it's probably some combination of the Mediterranean diet and just people wanting to mix things up. I think it's probably mostly the Mediterranean diet, but halloumi cheese,
Yep.
specifically in the form of halloumi fries, is a crazy pervasive thing. And halloumi fries feels like such a weird thing because I think of halloumi as like
They have them at McDonald's?
and they have them at McDonald's. Yep. And that's how you know. And they have them at McDonald's as of like September of this year.
Yeah.
Nando's apparently made halloumi fries a big thing. Nando's is, I now know about Nando's actually, which is like a British, it's like South African style food. I think it's from the UK.
Has nothing to
Originally.
do with the vampire character.
Sadly,
on-
no. But I was like, dude, when my son
What
and
we
I
do
were
in
in
the
Scotland,
show.
I'm like, you have to watch this show with me. But I think they may have brought the halloumi fries to the mainstream. It's like a chicken place, Nando's Chicken.
Okay.
But I think they're making halloumi fries, and now it's such a thing that it's at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like halloumi is the thing, but really halloumi frickin' fries is the frickin' thing.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different from 2021.
This is something we are uniquely positioned to do because we have been doing this show for so long, is to, identify the thing coming back around again.
Yeah.
The boomer thing. No, that just sounds like the boomers are into it. But
It totally does.
We'll work
and
that.
I guess to be fair, this is the evolution of halloumi. Like halloumi got really popular, and people were eating fried cheese because you can buy the little blocks at Trader Joe's and bring them home, and because we like to make the fried cheese
Yeah. who
with a little
doesn't?
pita and a
Well, I
squeeze
guess
of lemon. Like,
lactose
oh my god,
intolerant
so
people,
good.
but yeah.
Or vegans,
So good.
yeah.
Yeah. Or the vegans. Yeah.
But since I'm a half-ass vegan, as has been much discussed, I can occasionally indulge in
Isn't that
fried
just
cheese.
a vegetarian?
Yeah, it is. It is. Anyway, halloumi fries, you guys. It is
Halloumi
It's
fries.
at every festival I've been to recently. It's evidently at McDonald's. It's delicious.
Don't call it a comeback. Molly told you about it in 2021.
2021. Exactly.
I would like to identify, if we haven't already, this is definitely one of those things where I'm like, did I just hear a news story about this, or did we talk about it? Was it in the bonus show? I couldn't find any mention of it. Parkruns. Do you know about
News
Parkrun?
to me. No.
Parkrun started in 2004.
Whoa.
See next week's future bonus episode about the importance of 2004. As just some people in the UK getting together and going for a run in the bushy park. It was a way to be like, hey, let's all exercise together and be healthy. Like, not even a COVID. You'd think, oh, is it a COVID? No, not even a COVID thing. Since then, it has become a movement taking place every Saturday morning in 2,000 locations in 22 countries across 5 continents.
What?
I'm only sad that my friend Craig has now left Antarctica for his tour. I would try to get him to make it happen on another continent, but he's going back there next year, so maybe I can convince him. But yeah, it is just going for a run in a park.
Oh my
And
gosh.
You can go for a walk if you're like, running, I wish I could take place, but I can't. They're like, yeah, we will adapt to anybody. You're in a wheelchair, fine. We've got wheelchair, clubs that do the role as well. It's just everybody get out on a Saturday morning, get together and go through the park at your own pace. 2K, 5K, whatever you need to do. It's a way to encourage socialization and health, by getting out and moving.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it sounds so silly to explain of like, okay, so people just meet up in the park
saying
and
people
go
just
for
go
a run.
running?
Like,
Yeah.
like who couldn't do that? I'm like, this is like any piece of art. Like, yeah, anybody could do it, but these people did. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I can only see, I think I only see one in California. Could that be true? Yes. And it's in Palo Alto. Huh.
I
Give something a name.
Shocked that there's not one elsewhere in the Bay Area, at least.
I
not
am a little
that shocked
surprised by that
there's not
too.
one in Los Angeles, to be honest. But you'd think San Francisco would be all over.
This is so cool, though, the list of countries. Like, this is so cool. There are currently over 200 events in South Africa with almost 1 million participants.
Malaysia, Singapore,
Oh, this is such a good thing.
Namibia. Oh, wait. Yeah, Namibia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is absolutely delightful. What a great find.
And it's just so deceptively simple. And that I did hear an interview with one of the people that helped originate this, and they were like, "Yeah, I know it sounds maybe dumb to some people, but just try it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just and if you're like, well, I don't run, that's fine. Like we got something for everybody. It's just about everybody getting together, right? And then improving your health. It's something I don't think enough people know about, and definitely a thing.
I think this is absolutely wonderful. And Sorcelled, that's a great username. In our chat says, "What a coincidence! I'm running my first one on Saturday."
Hey, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, this is such a thing. Now I kind of want to start a Bay Area one,
yeah, right?
next year, like not
Yeah.
now.
And that's kind of what they're the only organization they have. It's got a very open source kind of spirit. Is like they're like one of the things that I think made it take off is we just provided an easy way for you to get one started, but without putting a lot of burden on you. Like, well, and you have to apply or follow these rules or anything. It was
Seriously.
like, no, we created the website basically where people can register their events so other people can find out about it and made that easy. And otherwise you just do it.
I can't even get over how wonderful this is. I totally love it. I like want everything to be this easy and spread this quickly in a happy, positive way. Like maybe it could be a church. This is outstanding.
Yeah. It's got that same kind of vibe, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I also look forward to the trend piece about this that some media outlet is going to do after almost certainly hearing about it on our show. Because
to be fair, I think The Economist and the BBC have both done it already.
they probably already have done it.
But
yes.
yeah, somebody else is going to try to pretend that they thought of it, aren't they?
I think they definitely are, or they're going to be like, halloumi fries are everywhere, or pick any of the things that we have done on It's a Thing, because It's a Thing content is a thing. I am so totally starting to see more and look, trend stories have never not been a thing. But I just saw a piece on NPR about a thing that we just did. I've literally already forgotten. About hold on. About alpaca
the
hair.
person's name.
About alpaca hairdos.
Oh, right. Yeah. Why are all your children dressing as alpacas?
What's the hottest new haircut trend? Alpaca. And then the New York Times is on it. They had a piece about how chicken tenders have conquered America.
Well, welcome to the party.
I know. And I'm like, do you mean tendies? Because we mean tendies. It's called tendies.
Oh, next week, the think piece about why it's called tendies. Now that you've said that.
Yes, definitely. But it's just enough. And again, we're experts. We have been at this a long time. It's the like pattern recognition that takes it up a notch. And I am just starting to notice a bit more thing type content coming out. Like there are always think pieces, and sure, a lot of times we'll come across a thing and be like, oh, the BBC wrote about it, and that's how I know, right? Mm-hmm. You know, we bring supporting material all the time, or I bring a story from, UK Yahoo about dietitians weighing in on halloumi fries. But that's not quite the same as what I'm starting to see now, which is just straight up stories about, did you know this thing is trendy? Did you know alpaca haircuts are a thing? I'm like, that's so funny because I did know that.
And it does seem to come in a rather standard delay.
Yeah.
Just the amount of time it would take to, I don't know, hear it somewhere, pitch it to your editor, develop it, and publish it.
Yeah.
It's a
What do you
coincidence,
know?
I'm sure.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure that it is.
Yeah.
Welcome, friends.
Probably the biggest, bestest thing is
salute you.
Wait a minute, Molly, you're a genius.
Oh.
I just realized the best way to get people to know about It's a Thing is to call it a thing. And then somebody will start writing about It's a Thing.
You're the genius. Guys, tell your friends. It's a thing. Is a thing.
Yeah.
Why isn't there? There totally should be an article about like the little.
The New York Times is calling us.
Oh, beep boop, beep boop. Hello. Why, yes, we would love to participate in a
Absolutely. Yeah. No, we weren't throwing shade at you.
piece.
It was all in good fun.
Just a fun feature piece about how this little, niche show with a passionate cadre of fans has been tracking trends since 2010. That's a good feature story.
Who is Kent 13 and Technomensch? Oh, they're like Joe and Ryan and all the other fun folks in our thingdom.
Our thingdom. It's a thing, you guys. It's a thing.
It's a thing is a thing.
It's a thing is a thing. And yes, I am gatekeeping the crap out of the show that we have been doing for 15 years. You bet I am.
Starts here. No further. Let's get to your things. We've got a few of them this week from starting with Sheila. Sheila has a question. Welcome to Spoopy time. Is the word unserious a thing? I've been hearing it a lot. It feels like a light criticism, meaning you need to be more serious right now.
Didn't you just do this last week or the week before?
think
you did. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
I did. Yes.
Yeah. And you
Okay.
described it almost exactly like that. Like you were like, it's gentle and mocking.
Listen, I am going to tell Sheila that I'm going to first of all assume that the thing crossed in the night.
Yeah.
Right?
They're just not caught up yet.
Exactly. That Sheila hadn't heard that episode and sent it, and the only answer to Sheila is like, absolutely yes. The other possibility, though, because I've done this, is to be like, I heard somewhere that this is a thing, and then realize the place I heard was in an email on It's a Thing that I read.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
That has happened in either direction. So
Yeah.
it could be that like we talked about it and Sheila was like, where did I hear that? And it was our show. Or we think we actually did it on the show, but we read it in an email, or both. All of those are totally true.
Saray's making me laugh today. Thy kingdom come, thy shall be done.
Thou shall be done. Exactly. See, good day, internet. This 15-year-old podcast has been predicting the future, and you need to know about it. That is a
Because it
feature
New
story
York Times.
that should be maybe the Atlantic.
Good job, Sheila, though. You're right.
Good
on.
job, Sheila. Nailed it. 100%. Jody in Minneapolis has a potential thing. Hello, Motori, a.k.a. best cocktail yet to be invented.
Yes.
I have been seeing the term sane-washing quite a bit recently to describe the media's coverage of candidate Trump's behavior and mental status. I'm sure it's around or been around, but it seems to be having a moment. That is so true.
Have you seen it?
I've seen this phrase all over the place,
Oh,
and
really?
you are
Okay.
absolutely right. And I have never seen it outside of that specific usage, but I'm seeing it a lot in relation to that specific usage. And it's kind of excellent.
Good one, Jody. Good
Good one.
catch.
I think I've seen, I'm going to keep an eye out actually for blank washing. Like I do think that there's a lot of,
Oh, I think there's a meta thing there.
there's a
'Cause
meta
I can
thing
definitely
there.
think of. I haven't seen this one, but I've definitely seen other like greenwashing being, the oldest one that I could think of. But yeah.
Exactly. And now there's,
Yeah.
I think, straight watching. I might have even seen straight washing,
Really?
like in a beard
That's
kind
like
of way.
beer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Anyway, love it.
Emily on Stompers. Hi, Molly Tom Rich. Been listening since 2018 and finally writing in with a thingformation. Want to confirm that Stompers is a thing. Ultimate Gen X it girl Chloe Savini called some chunky loafers she is wearing perfect stompers in her Instagram stories today. See screenshot, the date they wrote this. Relatedly, wearing not white solid color socks that go up about 3 inches above the ankle with stompers is definitely a thing with Gen Z, and I plan to transgenerationally embrace this thing. Finally, my ankles will be warm again.
That is outstanding. And oh my God, you are so correct about the socks. They're just showing off socks.
Socks. Socks are in. That's why we sell the socks mandatory slides on the
That's
It's a Thing
right.
shop.
That's right.
Because it's where they at.
Because they're in. Thank you for all the amazing emails. Feedback at it'sathing.me is where you can email us. And if you would like to support the show directly, patreon.com/it'sathing is where you can do that at a variety of levels. But if you support us at the shout out level, then we shout you out by name, but in a cool way. This week, that way is that your name has been woven into the description of the Bowser-ness of Bowser in the original Super Mario Brothers NES game.
Oh my gosh. Would you
Oh
like to
my
start,
gosh.
Molly?
Sure. I'll take top and bottom here.
Bum, 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 bum.
We all got to start somewhere, yet right from the get-go, all the major details are there. Brian Gianfrancaro is big, though Joe Hood is more imposing when viewed next to little Vaylor trucks. Mike Akins is pointy. Gabrielle Cohen has got a shell full of spikes, a face full of fangs, and little studded armbands for good measure. All Lee Price is missing is his mane, which was probably omitted for clarity's sake. Even the art on the Laura Abel box had it.
For the time, AB Puppy is bound to have been impressive. He's imposing. Morris Jones is the biggest enemy in the game, and AJ Venturella can't be thwarted by traditional stomping. If you haven't come equipped with a Jake Woods flower, your only hope is to get past Louis St. Amour and grab the axe. Simple and underwhelming as it may sound, especially after years of muscle memory making it a cinch, the first Super Eric Duncan Brothers produces some great challenges out of zoning.
That said, Kevin Sill's shape is just a bit noodly. You expect a lumbering bipedal James C. Smith to be reared forward, but with his top-heavy gait and dumpy feet, S-Dub Texas looks like an inflatable pool toy. It's the only reason I can imagine him not tipping over.
Nobody else
Yay!
gets shout outs like these. Thank you for supporting us at patreon.com/itsAthing.
If you want to join your fellow patrons there, you get access to our Discord to chat along live with fellow fans week after week, plus an RSS feed that is ad-free. By golly.
Also, you need to buy something in the shop.
You
just
do,
so we know
though.
you're alive. Send us proof of life. Go to itsathing.me/shop and email us your things. Feedback at itsathing.me.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Just feel rhythm to the beat of
Bam,
life.
bam,
The moon's feeding.
bam, bam, bam.
Give it to me.
Washing, Technomensch, washing. Washing.
Washa.
Sane-washing.
Brusha.
Oh,
Wikipedia
Joe
had
Hood
it-
talking smack on Baylor
Wikipedia
trucks.
had it dating back to
What?
2020 of the origination of sane-washing.
Honestly, that tracks. That's about the time that it became a thing.
And Joe pointed out whitewashing is
Right.
the
Sure.
The
origin
OG.
of the metaphor. When you whitewash a fence, and then that became the metaphor was, oh, I'm whitewashing this to make it not a problem. And then greenwashing.
And that evolved into greenwashing, and then more and more and more.
Yep.
And more and more and more.
It's the core of washing things.
It's the gate.
Cottage washing. Yes.
Yeah.
Sane
I
washing.
love at least the whitewashing preserves the original meaning. Like if you're greenwashing, it's like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
making it look green by washing it in things that are kind of green. Whereas
the
gate is
gate.
like the gate doesn't mean anything. It's the half of a word. It's like
It's half a hotel. But
not even
like
that nice of a hotel.
that was already so overdone by the like when I was, I don't know, in my teens or whatever. Like I didn't even realize like Watergate was a place. I just thought it was like I don't know what I thought. Like I knew the scandal.
Yeah,
but I
the-
guess I never like put it
The
back.
meaning is more like the scandal than it is the hotel. It's almost as if the hotel feels like it was named after the scandal now.
Yeah, which today it would
Right.
definitely.
Exactly.
Indulge in a true relaxation and luxury with a stay at DC's iconic address. Let us transport you to an urban oasis overlooking the Potomac. The Watergate Hotel is steps away from DC's most popular destinations and attractions. Spend some time with us so that you can see it all.
Oh my
It's
God.
iconic.
amazing.
Nothing about just a historic, iconic address. Yeah. But nothing about like
Iconic.
we promise no one will break into your hotel room while you're gone.
But you got to think it's like if they need to brag about that, that's not drawing anyone in there. They're not selling any rooms based on bringing that up.
I guess
It's not. I guess there's not a lot of tourism bang for the buck in that.
I wonder if you dig
I
deep
don't
enough
know.
into
Like
their
if you're a
terms
big
of service.
history, if you're like a big history fan or political
Oh, yeah,
science,
I guess.
political science tourism.
When I was doing my internship at NPR, I walked over to the Watergate on a day
Yeah.
off one time just to see it. I just was like, "What is this hotel?" And I was kind of underwhelmed. I was like, "Oh, it's okay."
It's
I wanna
not
break
like
into this
a
dump.
very cool
Yeah.
looking hotel. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it was when they built it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of a cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a Bose Wave.
Yeah,
If a
that's a good
Bose
way
Wave
of,
were a
of
hotel.
describing it.
Oh, a Bose wave.
All right, so
Dude,
for
I
this,
still think that's cool. I kind of want to buy one on eBay.
You're probably going for $20 with the seat with the 6 CD changer.
I've looked it up. It's more than you might think. I stayed in a hotel recently that had one, and I was like, this is an objet d'art.
how much do you think they would have charged you if it disappeared after your stay?
Yeah, that's
accidentally?
probably the way to have done that in retrospect.
In a similar vein, I almost bought a Windows phone today just so I could use it to set the alarm and recreate the alarm shirt in a Windows phone, just because I thought it would be funny to have the most obscure
that's
phone app.
hilarious. How much?
And
would-
those $20.
$20. That's
Dang.
worth it, actually.
Yeah.
And then we can sell the Windows phone
Yeah. No, I just give
for
it to my kids.
$25.
I'll give it to my kids and be like, try to do something with this.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Good luck. Go for it.
Yeah, no, it's still by the way between $200 and $500 on
The
eBay.
Bose Wave. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I found one for 68, but the thing they had is here we go. I like the cream colored one.
That's one my grandfather had on his little table in his kitchen.
Beautiful. $150 still.
That was passed down. I think my dad still has it, actually, now that I think about it.
Get it.
It's a family heirloom.
Ooh,
No, is
Technomesh
Bozy?
suggested the WebOS alarm.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
Oh, man, I should never have sold my touchpad. Why?
Oh, here's one for-
So for this next episode, Rich, you're asking us the questions.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
be
Molly
the,
and I will
the host.
say why we're answering what we're answering, and then we're both playing along on the web, right?
Yes. Yeah.
right.
I'll do the screen share and share it
Okay.
with the audience. And I will keep score because we need to know who won.
Okay. Fair. Yeah.
This is very
Um,
exciting.
Really, the audience will win, but
The audience will
No,
win.
this is not for them.
so I will bring you in after the aphorism. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, that works. All right, let me hide.
Okay.
Okay. We don't need to clap because we already clapped. So
We already clapped.
Here we go.
So weird.
Music in 3, 2.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you, where life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Thanks for joining us.
Now, you'd be forgiven if you thought, oh, they've gone back to using company
Roomy.
mission statements
Oh yeah, that too.
or Rumi. Yeah. But no, that is an aphorism from George Bernard Shaw.
George Bernard Shaw. You may have noticed in recent weeks we have migrated from children's book descriptions to aphorisms, and I, for one, am finding it delightful.
Yeah. I liked our little sojourn through weird translations, but
That was fun.
You know, you can only do that for so long.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Before you start to either run out of languages or, whatever, yeah.
This is a very special episode of It's a Thing because there is but one thing, and there's a quiz. The thing is the year 2004, and our producer, Rich Straffolino, is the one who brought it to our attention and will be our quiz master today. Thank you for joining us, Rich.
Quizmaster present, yes.
And now, in case you're wondering where this kind of thing might have come from, presumably The Verge, if you listened to last week's show, you will understand that It's a Thing content is a thing. Presumably The Verge was inspired by our conversations about how it is trendy among the kids for it to still be 2004 or still be, what was the other one? 1994.
Yeah. Yep.
And so they created this quiz that we're going to take today because it's it's an unwitting crossover, as in they are unaware crossover episode.
And
With The
2004 is when podcasting first arose. There's all kinds of arguments about who invented it first and when it really started. But 2004 is when like podcasting took off, right? And you started to have podcasts. It's also when I joined CNET and Molly and I started working together.
Yeah, and we started our podcast in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild. We go back, friends. We go back. So both Tom and I are traveling, and so we thought that this would be a wonderful way to entertain you because it also has the added benefit of, I would imagine, like bringing up things that are kind of things
Yeah.
still.
I feel like this is going to be very nostalgic for Molly and I specifically, as most of these things were still, even if they happened before I started working at CNET that summer, they were reverberating around still. So,
Yeah.
Rich, I'm very excited. Set us off on our adventure here.
Quiz us up.
All right, so I'm going to share the screen here so everybody can see this going on here.
If you're listening to the
And-
audio, there's a live stream on video. So that's,
Oh, yes.
that's what
Well, and I will read it for the theater of the mind. Sorry, I'm trying to play with Windows here, so I hope this is readable by
gotcha.
everybody.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so our first question here. Microsoft loses its antitrust case in Europe. 2004, 2024, or both?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to say definitely 2004, but it almost seems too late.
But
And
I think
Don't know they had an antitrust case this year in Europe.
Yeah,
I know
don't
they
think
had
so.
they had other cases in Europe about like, violations of GDPR and stuff, but
Sure.
I don't know they had antitrust.
I think they're trying to trick us because Google lost a big antitrust case in Europe
Yep.
this year. And so therefore my guess is 2004.
I'm going to guess 2004 as well.
Okay, so we have 2 guesses for 2004, and the correct answer is yes.
Yay! 2004.
2 decades ago, the EU handed down a fine of over $600 million for not offering versions of Windows that did not come with Windows Media Player pre-installed. Remember those glorious, glorious days. So
It's about Windows Media Player too. It's not even about the browser.
Microsoft
Windows
kept
Media
appealing
Player.
this too forever. So.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
All right, and then they bring up things that are going with Activision Blizzard, but Microsoft has not paid fines this year. All right, next up, this is already a good one. Motorola releases a new Razr phone. 04, 24, both.
Both.
Both. Damn it.
Easy one.
Both.
Okay. All right. Yes, the first Razr V3, November 2004. A scintillating game tied 2-2.
Oh my God, that
someone
is
needs to make a
so
move here. Someone needs to make a move to make something happen.
I never realized how silly it was that the first Razr was called the V3.
Oh, that is so funny. You're right. Also, what I find amazing, because I used to rant about this, I was always like, I want to do an article about how phones always cost $650. And it's like collusion or whatever. It's probably what kicked off the collusion drinking game that we played.
Yeah.
But this notes that, in fact, the current model of the Revival product, the Razr Plus, is unlocked at almost the exact same price that it was in 2004, $500.
$500. Bing.
Collusion. Drink.
Collusion.
It's a bargain at any time you buy it. All right. Next up here, Apple announces a new display.
Both.
Okay, we're going to go
Did
both
they have a
with
new
Molly.
display this year?
I don't know, though. Wait a second.
Don't talk Molly off the edge here. Tom, this is to your benefit.
It's true. We're looking for divergence. I'm sticking with my original
I'm going 2004.
answer only because I don't have to follow it like I did in 2004, which is kind of awesome.
All right, Molly, I'm gonna press both. We'll see what happens there. Oh, try again.
Tom takes the lead.
Yes. The Cinema Display 30-inch model, $3,299.
We both knew it was 2004. It was
Yes.
just whether there was one this year or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't make displays anymore. So.
Wow.
All right, Barbie breaks up with Ken. We're getting out of tech here. We're going
Okay,
into pop
this one
culture.
feels a little like up for interpretation.
I would say she ends her relationship with Ken. You know, they can still be friends, but they're no longer a thing. But
I am skeptical that they were even really in a relationship in
And
the
that's what I
movie.
mean. Like, there's a lot of like, well, but what does it mean to break up with two
Right.
dolls?
I know. So now I'm kind of mad. I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to just say 2004.
I'm going to say 2000. I'm going to say both then.
Okay.
all right,
I'm going to say both.
for you, Tom. I will
You
not
can
press
use my answer this one time. Used his answer last time. Come on.
But no, you said both, so I clicked both.
Oh, no, I said
Tom said
2004.
both, so
I'm saying
Oh, Tom
both.
said both. Yeah. I said 04.
yeah, I'm gonna hit 04 then. 04, yes, at the
I
end of last
was
year.
right.
The couple had splits. All right, Molly takes back the tie here.
Yay!
At the end of last year's film adaptation. See, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, also,
It's
the movie.
2023 that the movie
Right.
counts. And that's why I was like, well, if the movie counts, then it's both. But that wasn't this year. That was last
Wow,
year.
there were layers of trickery in there. That was like a
Yeah.
connections puzzle because it was last
Seriously.
year, the
That was
movie.
purple.
Wow, that was purple. Okay.
All right, here we go. Google launches a new email service. 0424. Both.
04.
04.
Although they tend to relaunch everything every year.
Seriously.
It dep-
But
like-
I'm guessing there isn't a new email service from Google.
Unless
this
there's
year.
like a weird workspace thing, but I don't remember hearing
I don't
about
think
it.
there
I agree.
is. There was Inbox. Do you remember Inbox? But that was years ago.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think
Don't-
Gemini counts as a new email service.
Inbox is up there with the Google Reader Hall of Google killed it
Yeah.
fame. So, all right.
And I
04.
definitely
Bastards.
remember Gmail
04.
launching. Yeah.
Yes, launched on April Fool's Day, 04. You got a
Yep.
whole gig of storage, folks. Whole gig.
Oh, look at that. There's even a reference to
remain-
Inbox. Oh, they introduced on April Fool's Day. God, remember when April Fool's Day was the worst day on the internet? so glad we're over that.
I'm
It was
old enough to
it was a
remember
fun
it being
time.
fun,
Right.
and then it being tired, and then it being the worst day on the internet, and it feels like it is sputtered out now.
I
And so
just wanna
some
say-
things are kind of fun again, a little bit, but not much.
I just want to say thank you, COVID, for that. Mm-hmm. COVID lockdowns. Everyone's like,
Maybe.
we're not having fun.
We're like, you know what? We're not making any jokes about anything. Enough.
All right, a
Okay.
Mean Girls movie hits theaters. 0424 both.
I want to say both because there is a new Mean Girls movie, but I could be wrong because it might not have come out.
I
Or it
know.
May have already come out like last year, late last year
Well, it was
Yeah.
on Broadway,
on Broadway.
Oh,
but I don't know if a movie has come out yet. And
No, lights were
so
bright.
I'm not
That
sure what
maybe.
we mean by theaters. And so I feel because they played Purple on us once before,
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what to think here. I
Am
guess
I just
I'm-
thinking of the Broadway?
I don't know. I'm going to go with both. I just
I'm
don't
gonna go
follow
with both.
movies
I'm
close
sticking
enough
with
to.
both.
Yeah.
We're going both. All right. I just need to say I also love the fonts that they chose for all these buttons.
They're
so
pretty
here we
amazing.
go. Both. Yes.
Both.
04 is actually an adaptation of the 2017 stage
Well
musical.
done, team.
24 is okay.
We
Woo!
I didn't know there was a
remain-
book. It was based on a book called Queen Bees and Wannabes.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Boy, Mean
Why
Girls
is-
is such a better title. What a
Wisely
good
changed
edit.
the title. Yeah.
Great edit.
All right. A Garfield movie hits theaters. 0424 or both.
I want to say both.
Both.
I wanna
Definitely
say
both.
All right. You're locked in. Are those answers locked in?
I'm locked
I'm
in.
locked in.
Okay. Doodle-doo. Yes, he hates Mondays, loves reboots. Garfield.
The second Garfield movie,
Nice.
not nearly as loathed by people as the first one.
Was it
Oh,
popular?
was the first
though?
one loathed?
With Bill Murray,
the first
right?
one was loathed with Bill Murray. The second one
Mm.
was ignored.
Except for kids were like, or parents were like, thank God we have a movie to
We
take
have
our
a
kids to,
thing.
maybe?
Yeah, right.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. Let's keep
All
it
right, yeah,
rolling.
let's
keep
keep
it
it
rolling. That
moving.
was an easy one.
All right. A Spider-Man sequel hits movie theaters. 0424 both.
Speaking of Andrew Garfield,
Spoiler alert. and
tremendous.
also, that was classic Tom right there. Was that this?
04 is
year?
definitely right. Did we get into the Spider-Verse sequel this year, and does that count?
Time
Which
has
ma-
no meaning. I thought that was last year. Would they really split hairs like that? I feel like they would. I'm
They
gonna go
would.
04. I'm gonna go 04.
I'm going to go both. I'm going to go both with,
Ooh,
on the
okay.
Spider-Verse
All
theory.
right.
Divergence.
I'm gonna go both. Oh.
Ah, ba, ba, ba.
Spider-Man 2, yes, with old Doc Ock, Alfred Molina, and Spider-Man sequels 2019, 2021, none this year. And we're not counting Madam Web, okay?
Because
We're
there's a
not
girl
counting
in it,
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, gross,
obviously.
cooties. Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so I'm up one.
Molly is up one, of course.
Exciting.
Ooh, Microsoft
Ooh.
releases a smartwatch. 0424 or both.
04? None? Neither?
I know.
No.
I'm like, oh.
I'm going to say 04. I'm definitely not going to say 24.
I'm also gonna say 04. I do not think
by,
that's both.
by process of elimination.
Yeah.
Yes, the old Spot Watch. Wasn't this the one that
Spot watch.
The Spot Watch. I
yes.
forgot all about that. Man,
People loved the Spot watch.
They
like,
did, and
there
kind of
there
loved
was-
the
yeah.
Zune. Yeah.
wasn't it like it had a weird network? Yeah. Okay.
Microsoft just makes
Interesting.
hella weird gadgets that are super cult awesome in retrospect.
Okay, so I had to look it up. Across the Spider-Verse came out 2023. So there's nothing wrong with the quiz, but their response that it's like it's been since 20 like no, there
21
was a
is
Spider-Man
not. I
sequel
know.
last year.
I think it's weird that they're not counting the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah.
Like
But
I
it still,
just
it still
I
wasn't
did.
both. It still wasn't both.
It wasn't, but I want you to know that I also counted Spider-Verse in my brain,
just
but I
knew
was
it
like,
was
it's
last
last year.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm with you.
I'm glad we object to the disinclusion, but that is still accurate.
Oh, it's so fun.
Beyonce wins 5 Grammy Awards. 0424 or both.
Grammys are tricky because Beyonce always gets shut out of the big categories, but generally wins a lot of the ones that are non-prime time.
Yes, cleans up. Best engineering.
I
Well,
don't.
not even just that,
But I'm
but
just-
like, songwriting
Yeah.
or R&B or,
I don't think that they. I hope they're not the kind of jerks who are like, actually, it was 4. So I'm going to go with both.
We're
I
going
almost
both.
want to say 2024 and not 2004.
Yeah, later in career, maybe gets
bold.
a little bit more benefit of the doubt there. All right,
Let's
I'm
do that.
gonna say 24, but Molly is in for both.
Okay.
Try again.
Oh, both wrong! Oh, what an exciting outcome!
Oh, that was the best.
I'm so sorry we doubted you, Beyonce.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh, that is outstanding. Okay, awesome.
Oh, it's technicality.
Because she didn't release an album in 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nothing
I should have known
qualifies.
that.
So we
By-
don't know.
By the way,
But I swear I saw her on the nomination thing for the Grammys.
I don't know. We may have to take it up with the Verge quiz authors.
I would like to apologize in advance for the weird, insistent noise that my dog is making, by the way. If you can hear him rolling around back there, growling to himself.
Totally fine.
By the
Thinks
way,
the show's going too long here.
very quickly, and because no one asked for it, I looked it up. And the 2024 Garfield movie made $255 million, and the 04 Garfield movie made $200 million with roughly the same budget adjusted for
So
inflation.
with
So
not
people
as big as
hated it, but they all went to
adjusted
it.
for inflation. The second one made more.
Oh,
Huh.
adjusted for inflation.
It's roughly, I would say it's in the ballpark. It's in the
Yeah,
ballpark.
yeah.
Was not a
Got
complete
it.
flop. So there we go. The best-selling vehicle in America is the Ford F-Series.
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
yeah, I was going to
Feels like
say
both.
this could
Always
be any
both.
year, any 2 years.
And they just pick a year, throw a dart at a
Also,
year.
1964. No.
Right. Seriously, though.
Yes.
Yep.
Lightning makes up less than 5% of total F-Series in 2024. All right. The fastest spreading computer virus in history causes $38 billion
four.
in damages.
I can't
Yeah, I
remember
mean,
the
the
name of it
number,
now.
the thing is that the number is too specific, so it's got to be 04.
Yeah, we didn't have 38 billion.
There's no way it was the
virus.
same exact number both years. Yeah. 04.
Yes.
My doom.
My doom.
Fastest
That's right.
spreading email worm ever.
Oh, even
What,
as of
you said,
2024.
Is
it's,
it a worm or a virus, Verge? Which is it?
We should refer to it as malware.
However, as of 2024, its speed record has not been surpassed and its origin is still unknown.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Oh my God, this is so fun. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Yes, there's more.
The Supreme Court blocks a law intended to protect minors from pornography. 0424. Or, here's the option, both.
I kind of want to say both.
I think 04.
I take
say
exception
04.
to ever saying the Supreme Court blocks a law. That's not how the Supreme Court works, but I know what they mean. So I'm going to say both.
That's so 04 of you. So it's like,
Alright.
that's classic Tom Merritt co-hosting. 04, I'm going to go with 04.
You're going to 04.
but-
All right, we're going to check out 04 first. Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Am I up two?
Umali is pulling away. I don't think we have many more. Yes, June
Copa.
2004 ruled the Child
Copa.
Online Protection Act was unconstitutional in violation of the First Amendment.
Wow.
I'm just going to play both all the way out now.
Guess and see.
hide
Nintendo
it.
releases a game called Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
24.
Paper Mario: Thousand-Year Door.
I 04? Never heard of that game?
Molly, you're going 04. Tom, you're going both or 24?
You said 24. I heard you.
I did say 24, but it gave you the option. So I'll,
you
I'll
can take
stick
it.
with 24. I'm not going to be led astray by your suggestion.
Okay. So, wait. You're going 24.
I'm going 24.
Oh,
I'm
try
going
again.
04.
Try again.
Oh, we were both wrong again. Oh my God, that's so fun.
That was a GameCube? How I had a GameCube. Why don't I remember that?
What?
Tom, did you own every game for the GameCube?
No, but I,
Touché.
followed them.
Shout out to Saray and Tongadosa.
Tondagosa.
Tondagosa. Yes.
Good to see you, Tondagosa.
Yeah, getting it right there. We got
Bravo.
Tondagosa.
All right, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck split up.
They sure did.
Wait,
04, 24, or both.
Both.
I'm going to go with 04 because it has not been confirmed that they have split up yet in 24.
Oh, really?
They're just on the rocks, I thought.
You think The Verge knows that?
They do pop culture also.
All right,
Yeah, all right.
all right.
Fair.
So
I
we're
think-
I'm sticking with both.
Okay.
You're gonna go both.
I'm riding both all the way.
Molly,
all the
you're
way.
saying 0-4.
I'll go to 4.
Diamond hands.
Oh.
Oh,
no. Both.
Oh, what? It did?
is
It
like
ended?
Supreme Court
Was I just
blocks.
not paying attention? This is so exciting. Hold on.
One of Hollywood's biggest tabloid magnets. Couple called it off. The union officially ended again in 2024. So,
Oh, yeah, it totally did. But maybe like 5 minutes ago. Oh, no, August. I will say I've had that is exactly in the time frame when I would not have been paying attention.
so despite that bold ending, Molly, you are still the winner. You had one more correct guess than Tom. I didn't write down all the correct
Winner.
answers,
My
so I don't know the exact score.
goodness.
Chicken.
But the Verge forum says we got 10 out of 15, which I know is wrong. So,
Well done. Very fun. Very fun.
That
What a great idea,
is
Rich.
a blast. What a great idea. All credit to producer Rich on that one for finding the
super
quiz and being like, we should play that on the show. Yep.
Also,
Yes.
despite our nitpicking, well done, The Verge. That was a fun quiz from
Oh,
The Verge, too.
delightful.
Can I just give a shout out to their entire 04-week layouts that they're doing? They had one that's like an early MySpace. They had one that's a Kazaa looking thing. Like, it is tremendous.
Well done.
trip
That's
down memory lane.
absolutely outstanding. So fun because it is in fact 2024 or 2004 and will be forever.
Yeah. 2004 is just 1994 forever.
Now and forever.
All right, friends, we would not leave you without some of your feedback, however. Feedback at it'sathing.me is where you can send us emails if you'd like to dispute some answers, if you would like to stand up for the Spider-Verse, if you want to identify future things. Feedback at it'sathing.me is where you can do that. Anita in Oakland wrote in on a new corporate speak thing and says, "Hi, Molly, Rich, and Tom. I work for one of the Magnificent Seven, and I have a corporate thing check request for you. Using the term ring fencing to mean separate, but not in a financial sense. Now, per Wikipedia, in business and finance, ring fencing occurs when a portion of a company's assets or profits are financially separated without necessarily being operated as a separate entity. I only have 2 pieces of evidence, but they both came from our tech team within 1 week, so it feels like this has corporate buzzword potential. Example 1, a ring-fenced team of specialists will confirm whether or not the campaigns are impacted by this issue. And example 2, group of 1 vendor plus 1 employee will be ring-fenced for tier 1 customers. Are others seeing ring-fence being used in this non-finance context? And why can't people just say separate or separate or specialized or dedicated?
Yeah.
Because that's not corporate enough.
Well, that's always the question with jargon, right? Why don't we just use the other word? Because you want to sound special?
Smarter?
Or
I like that
ring-fenced?
though. I like
Yeah.
ring fenced. I feel like maybe I've heard it, but I don't know for sure because it's been a long time since I was corporate.
Well, help us
But I
out.
like it.
Confirm it for Anita if you can. Feedback at it'sathing.me.
Outstanding.
Rich, should we have Rich participate in the shout out he wrote?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God. Okay.
This shout out was based on a 1999 patent infringement lawsuit against Pizza Hut for stuffed crust pizza. It's a patent infringement.
I was
mean,
just going to say,
it's
this
amazing.
is so
Yeah.
appropriate for us.
do you want me to split it into 3 there?
I was just going to say, yeah, why don't I?
It's
hold on.
split into
Oh,
3,
geez, oh,
so-
geez.
Well, the one is just like a little.
There you go.
Here.
That's exactly what I was about to do.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll do the middle chunk if that's okay.
Perfect. Tom, why don't you start us off?
On June 25th, 1984, Brian John Forcaro and his brother Mike Akins filed a patent application for the claimed method, the AB Puppy shells, prepared in accordance with the claimed method, and the Gabriel Cohen used in making the Morris Jones shells. As originally filed, Lee Price contained 24 claims. Claims 1 through 9 pertained to the product, a Jake Woods topped with enclosed food portions in a variety of configurations.
Claims 10 through 13 disclose a Kevin Sill and pinching apparatus to be used to make the James C. Smith. Claims 14 through 24 disclose the method by which the claimed Valor trucks was to be made.
The present invention is a Lara Abel and a method of making a Joe Hood. The shell comprises an S-Dub Texas base, a plurality of closed Eric Duncans uniformly distributed, about at least a portion of A.J. Venturella, and a plurality of Louis Saint-Amour held within those closed pockets.
Would you say the SW
Yum.
Texas is ring fenced
Yum.
from the rest of the pizza?
I mean, so totally ring fence that it's almost hilarious. Like, if you were gonna use that word accurately yet inaccurately, it should only refer to stuffed crust.
Well done again.
Bravo, bravo, Rich.
It is the best. Very tasty.
Also, I would like to have some of that for dinner now. Thank
Yeah,
you,
same.
everyone. Thank you for playing along with us, for listening to It's a Thing, and for supporting the show at patreon.com/itsAthing. You are the reason we've been doing this for so long that we're now making fun of other people for trying to do it.
Indeed. You could also support the show by buying some stuff. Make Rich's life happier. Buy one of the things he designed at our It's a Thing shop. itsathing.me/shop. You could also email us your things, feedback at itsathing.me.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Don't need no flashlight. See the truth.
Give it
Oh,
to
that
me.
was freaking outstanding. I want some
That
pizza.
was fun. That was super fun.
That was such a great idea. I actually am like quite delightfully surprised at how fun that quiz was.
Yeah, it was good. It
Great
was,
job.
it was
Amount of
just the right
challenge.
amount of things to make you go, wait a minute, is that right? You know, but
Totally.
like not losing faith in it at all. It was super fun.
Yep.
It did make me think for like, all right, what are all the companies Microsoft owns in 2024? Did they make some sort of fitness wearable that could be, because I was like, the Spot Watch came to mind,
Spot watch.
but
Who was it that loved the Spot watch and would always talk to me about?
Steve Ballmer.
No, well, sure, probably, but he didn't talk to me about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was
Tom.
somebody I knew that was like a huge Spot watch fan. I can't place it.
The Magnificent Seven is a good question. We probably should have specified that.
Oh,
It's like
isn't
it's the big seven tech
Fang-
companies right now. It's Fang Plus, yeah. So it's I think
Yeah.
it's like Fang Plus
Microsoft
Tesla.
and
You'd
Nvidia.
have
Nvidia.
to you'd have to pronounce it like fung.
Hold
on.
It's
So they
Apple,
called it the
Microsoft,
Magnificent
Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Tesla, Meta, and Nvidia.
Yes.
Just give up already.
They don't need a name. Just
They
call
don't
it.
need a name.
Just call it the
Big
stock
tech.
market.
or
There you
big,
go.
Big tech.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I got your big tech right here.
I got your thing right here.
Hey. All right, we got to go,
Hickory
everybody.
dickory.
That was
Got
a
you.
double-sized
Got you, bro.
stream. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.